felt the hurt. Tom Maoli, entrepreneur and car dealer in New Jersey. Tom, appreciate you being with us.
Yeah, no, thank you for having me.
Yeah, no, you think about this, though, empty shelves, empty car lots.
Yes.
Forgive us, but why should people feel bad for you that you've sold out of all those nice cars?
Well, listen, if you don't have supply, you can't take care of your customer. If you can't take care of your customer, we have unhappy customers. And at the end of the day, we're in business to sell products, to make people happy, to give the consumer what they want. And right now we can't give it to them. There's no supply.
How is this affecting, though, your business? You say you can't give it to customers. Okay, rich people can't buy new nice cars from a nice car dealership. Is there other carry-on effects that you've had to deal with? Are you having to cut hours for people? Are there salesmen who aren't making their quotas and thus aren't bringing home what they thought they were going to?
Listen, we had to cut a lot of hours. We had to cut staff back. The other thing is that, just because rich people can't buy cars, the people that need to repair the cars, to have their cars on the road so that they can get to work, take their kids to school, we don't have the parts for them. We can't get the parts to repair these cars. I'm a real estate developer also. I can't get lumber. I can't get roofing materials. This is an epidemic. It's a problem, and the government needs to step in. The president needs to step up and do something about this.
I'm glad you brought that up. It's always, at the end, the president needs to step up and do something. Yes. He said yesterday, actually, he's doing everything in his power. We had some questions about that. But what is it that you would want him to do that he's not doing exactly?
It's interesting because I was just on Fox News last night having the same conversation, and we were talking about this. And, so, the commentator asked me, what would you do if you had a sit down with President Biden? What would you tell him to do? And, I have a logistical background. I built a global logistics company that I sold off in the early 90s, and so I understand supply chain. And, right now, if I were to sit down with President Biden, I'd say, listen, here's the first thing you need to do. You need to deal with the fact that we can't get these containers unloaded and get the product to the people that need it. We have unemployed people. Let's incentivize them. This is not trained labor. We can unload these containers. The second thing I would do is I would say, listen, we need to prioritize what's in those containers. If we're unloading the first container that hits the port, that's not the right method. We need to get through those containers. We need to understand what's in those containers.
Hold on. There's lots of these sort of little kind of things. I mean, you could talk about nationalizing the longshoremen's union. You could talk about bringing in the National Guard. There's these issues.
Yes.
But what, you think that the people who run the ports don't understand that they need to unload a few containers before the other containers?
No, they don't understand it. They don't understand it. We need to prioritize. If there's critical supplies that people need to run their daily lives, whether it's toilet paper or paper towels or whatever it is, we need to prioritize that. We need to get those containers unloaded so that people can have the supplies that they need to run their lives. The second is we need to backfill the supply chain. What's the most important thing in the supply chain? Is it automobiles? Is it manufacturing? Is it computers? We need to determine that, and we need to get those containers unloaded and get the products and the parts that people need to run their lives and run businesses.
Yeah, I can imagine a car dealer thinks car parts are the most important. A guy who makes computers thinks computer chips are the most important. It's complicated. Tom, thank you.
It's very complicated, but you know what? That's why we need the government to step in, and we need them to prioritize.
Boy, you're the first businessman who's ever told me that the government's the answer, but we'll take it from there. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Moving on forward, what Kyrie